weer ci gannaaw beru na ànd ak ay ñoñam ñu jógee ci United Democratic Party ci Gambia ne dañoo créer seen own parti bopp maanaam movement bu ñu ooyee UMC ñu gis rek semaine ak genn wàll ci gannaaw IEC di Independent Electoral Commission nangul leen li nga xam ne mooy seen party registration bi Talib nag jógee ci loolu dugg ci biir dëkk bi di too yàlla def nag mu nekk Amérique fi mu nekk nii ci weekend bu passé mu ngi woon fële ci Atlanta te mu ñëw fii ci Seattle ñëw pour teewee li nga xam ne branch bu mu form fii ñoo ko organisal something li nag man jaaxalul ma ndax bi ma ñëwee fii tey daf ma fàttali last year daaw October wala November benn ci weer yooyu la fi United Democratic Party ci benn béréb biñ nekk nii defoon li nga xam ne mooy woon seen grand fundraising bi nga xam ne àndoon nañoo kàngaami parti bi ñu àndoon Lawyer Ousainou Darboe jiite parti bi ñëw ànd ak ki nga xam ne mooy Bemba Tambadou suñ papa ànd ak ki nga xam ne mooy chairman Landing Sané mu LRR ànd ak ki nga xam ne mooy woon Lamine Sané ki nga xam ne moo jiite woon OIC ak yeneen kàngam including Mayor Talib Bensouda ñu ngi ñëwoon fii pour represent United Democratic Party fii dafa feesoon ba ku ko sànni mbatt mu toj ñu rees fi xaalis bu set wecc tey Talib Bensouda ñëw on his own mu fàttali ma ay 4-5 years ci gannaaw Talib ñëwoon na fii seen United Democratic Party ci turi United Democratic Party ñu defee woon ko ca hôtel ba mu reesoon foofu tamit xaalis bu bari su ma fàttale ko and don't quote me on this foog naa reesoon na lu ëpp $45,000 ci jamono jooju turu United Democratic Party waaye nag jamono jooju United Democratic Party la doon ñëwal tey Talib ñëw fii pour UMC muy parti bu bees bi nga xam ne setop na ko kon duñ def dara doon ñu dugg ci biir askan bi rek gis nañ fi suñ collègue journaliste yi dinañ waxtaan ak ñoom gis nañ fi parti members yi dinañ dem waxtaan ak ñoom ak well wishers yi biñ egsee yàggul noonu nag dinañ dem rek waxtaan ak ñi nga xam ne ñoo fi nekk tey seet ñoom seen taxawaay ndax members yi UMC lañ wala dañ ñëw uy si waa UMC rek soo bu leen wax dara ngeen topp ma rek ma ànd ak gaay yi maa la bëgg a interview nga jàkkaarloo suma gaay yi yaa seetaan si Gambian Talents ok no problem nuyu naa si ban fànn ban maxaama nga taxawee fii da nga ñëw as a member of UMC party wala da nga ñëw as a journalist or a presenter?
That's a good question. United invited me the same way they invited every media personality. I mean, obviously, you know, I run a podcast called Dialectic Space Podcast. So they invited me to come. I'm not a member of Unite. I'm not a member of any political party, to be honest. I used to be a sympathizer to PDOIS and also some point UDP as well, but I'm not a member. So I just came to really cover the event, just like most journalists. Honestly, I'm not a journalist. I don't consider myself a journalist. I'm a podcaster, but people like to categorize me as a journalist as well. So small bit about halat,
Nyagas.
you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying.
Sedung mandia kangoto. Inata jambi. Nkanyi la programol be kovale. Nyina sinya follow te nyeji jang. UMC. Les 20 dina. Kunata UMC program kote ngol mel keta Seattle jang imeta janne meje bari bi UMC yakumandina.
To be honest, I only started my podcast a year ago, so eventually they've not invited me. If anybody invites me, I'll come. I just try to stay away from political events completely unless I'm invited. So Unite is the fourth political party, and which is crazy because I don't consider myself as anybody, but when they invited me, they said come cover the event. They didn't only do that, they also granted me an interview with Talib Bensouda this morning. Said, yeah, I'll take it. You know, that's what we do. This is about our country. It's not about a specific political party.
Talib interview a couple of times.
Yes, no, twice.
Sinyafula.
Yes.
Gambia Mobile Jama interview.
Yes.
Politico be during Benite Momento. Na introduction to saying Fonko Talib I ninkele and Lapantraje Lajan sometime late last year, whether October leng wala September Natajan, and United Democratic Party Natajan. Sanji Dantan Koma before that Anata Nunjan Kodeke at a killing. I over $45,000 raise United Democratic Party college be another jang on his personal level ka United represent yamira bi abe ko disifare so jan.
I mean, that's a funny question, man. You try to put me on the spot, and UDP people get upset with me a lot, and you know that. So I don't want to make any assumption or any expectation as to Abekodo raise. I hope they raise the money that they want, because political parties need money, and Gambian we know we're generous. UDP, they used to raise a lot of money. This is considered a UDP strong, like a base Lamjandi. They raise a lot of money here. Gambians want a political party that they can identify. But I honestly don't know how much money United can raise. But if you ask me, and I say this, it's funny, it gets me into trouble. I asked Ali Bliss on the interview today. I said, Malaka could have won the middle, but United could have blown. So I don't know if the money that they're getting here is going to match that, but I already know these guys are loaded. I don't know where, but they do have money.
So compared to everything else I've been making, Talipia Fang established. They just established this chapter less than 2 months. How do you see this event for you? Is this a success, knowing where they are, or to you think, it's a step in the wrong direction?
I mean, that's just subjective, right? Somebody like me, who is an observer, an independent observer, I can look at it and say, for a political party as a first event, you can look at this and say, this is commendable, right? Considering the number of people that are, it's not like a UDP one. It's UDP, right? But still, this, I don't think it's bad. It's a good start for me. I just think they all need to keep building on this. The idea is political parties must be able to make governments where they are. If you have one person, that person has to matter. But the model will go there. We told them we just want to sequence and that doesn't help. We have, even if it's one person, we're not meant to be. It's the duty of the politician to So I think with the number of people here, this is still, in my observation, I think it's a success for them.
One last question na musician o nyanko nyen longol abe trem kang nyanko la dankelo ite aje nyadil.
Hey, I'm a wuli abaje. Ndala bi mi woli. I know men who like to the morality cool. I mean, it just sometimes I don't buy it. I know where people are faith, Mumu, let me and Alpha, but these are public officials. I know they're human beings too, but musicians are allowed to do that. They're using their voice to talk about social and economic issues. So if people don't want to think about those things, they need to change their attitude. So I have no problem with the song. I'm vibing to the song, bro.
Yeah, you think it's good? It's dope?
I think it's a fire song.
Yeah.
It's good. We need you. You do a lot of important work for the community. We need even more. But you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so yes.
America
yes.
Baji they come back. I have almost made a decision for Lakita Kelale.
We cannot think of a better person than Laja.
The Kajala wala Kukale. America back. Inara UMC le, UMC le di bang for Bitilo le Sijam.
Do Gole do Sijam.
Do Kujuma. Bitilo. Budu Munebe Kerin Bitilo do.
Bitilo Jawa okay for we happy to be here. To cover the event for our audience, back home in Gambia, wherever they may be.
So knowing Talib was here several months ago through UDP, be Amurtanang as UMC. Their first event in Seattle, literally less than 2 months after they established their branch here. To you, is a success or there's a fine line?
No, okay, because to be honest, I don't know, because last event the Mandaran Minjang, so I cannot make an informed opinion on who event flow la pol keranyana, but alhamdulillah, we are happy to be here, yeah, and then na event in cover definitely.
Ite amira talibe cham soro la ka manzakunda chofot barobul. December sudara na karilu lekeji.
Because yala nyinkol nyamumori ngola, you never know. Gambia political, so I think honey UMC for this year is gonna be tough. You know, you can member it will come member they are just starting, you know what I mean? So I don't know about whether to take Barrow off or not. I'm not so I don't know, to be honest. I really don't know, but you know, yeah. I'm a colleague.
Nim falli be carte o fayla 2026 iba fayla jumale.
Non dol be carte ni carte
Gambia non ni de ba fayla no ni carte o be bulo. Amata iba fayla jumale.
Donc wala boy carte won tan dol bu folo. Ari mas
journaliste mota dundi no la baraka. Afele ni de ba fayla vi. Iba fayla jumale.
Let's just make this clear. Any mariner is not here as a party militant. Any mariner is here as a journalist to provide equal coverage to all political parties who have events in Seattle. So we are happy to be here as a Gambian.
Woman can na correction oti. Ni seni be carte o fayla bi aba fayla jumale.
Gambia sign day. Ndema mojen ci carte o fay Gambia boy.
Ani tali mengi bala bun kono bi
amanke loya dabuda amanke baro
nte ni tanyandra si kula le mune keda sababu
that's my opinion. I don't see
mune keda sababu imamba la opinion bari mune keda sababu
because intama alternative the baro should go, you know, and then who will replace baro natata, so that's also a big question. So nte dal I don't see any alternative.
Seni mu Dr. Sisela dindingol ida ga diam nyamete baro len seni
no
there is no alternative. Wodo baro len or nobody else.
No, baro kai mom has to go. Baro doesn't deserve
baro fananyanta ta
of course baro doesn't deserve to, you know, have another 5-year term. The Gambia is going through a very serious economic situation, security situation back home is so crazy. So I think Barrow has done enough. He should just go and let someone come.
Okay. Mune mo itla priority ni mo membe Barrow jankandila ite fe juma o mune nyanta kala wala priority.
The priority for anyone coming after Barrow right now, I enter to fix our economy, to fix our health, to fix our educational system. But you and I know that Gambia right now, you know, our health sector is, you know, in shambles. Our education system is in shambles, just like the security situation of the country. So if the government who are voted to provide you those services are failing every day, coupled with, you know, scandals, corruptions, you know, you will realize, you know, Gambia needs a new leadership.
But ida kanyi men for them Baron Aramul ka wole for every day ko bilen dam ma Dr. Sise what interviews on la Star TV adu wole for ate ko education they are doing so well in the education ye karamu Jamal le lawyer equipe ye lopitan Jamal le lawyer equipe. I mean in every sector ida kan men for it all ba kata ka jele oh Mayor,
how are you, man?
Good to see you.
How are things?
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Mana ñu ci ko no dama amone event tay mota
okay
mota malita
so how come you are wearing you
nañ jox ko fi my bag is my loxo de my bag is my loxo de
no we like it we are accommodated
my bag is my loxo defoon nañ ko Dr. Cissé gaay génné audio bi ñun dañoo legal de so ko ci mag bi rek génné ko
wala yu di jox la ma discours
so da ren man ma ngi interview waaw radio dina wax ak yow ne kontaan
na torop
yow
li nga sanse ni yaa ko tey
dédé du man lu ma sanse nañ wax ci yow te yow la ñoo waxal
jaajal ñu waxtaar ko ci bis mo gloss ci
man di rek ma jaaxal tey yow musuma la gis nga pare ni bena gis na la nga ko façon bu nekk musuma la gis in the colors of the party including UDP kadi da nga musa nekk UDP
musuma nekk UDP
musulo nekk UDP kadi
dédé musuma nekk
sympathize ak UDP
dama doon sympathize ñu neexoon ma lool nag wax dëgg neex yàlla ñu seexal lu bari mu neex diggante bi yàlla lool ba tey nag aw ma dara lu ma leen wax dëgg neex yàlla dañ toll foo xam ne man tamit dama gis lu ma bëgg koo toppa that's it amee lu ma leen dara lu ñaaw nag si xool di leen wish all the best in whatever they do wax dëgg neex yàlla
kadi yow waa UDP yi la seetaan suñ gisee li surtout ñu nekk Seattle duñ disappointé ne da ngeen doon
naxuma leen di
ne bokkuloo woon seen biir kadi doo daan ruubee
Pao na mun ma reeloo de.
nekkuloo woon ci biir bi ñoom suñ gisee lii duñ wax ne kat yi daf ñu doon nax di wane comme si suñ ñun la bokkoon.
non naxuma leen parce que man kenn mënut a taxaw biir UDP ne la man dama musoon na nekk même waaw loolu moom nañ ko wax.
doo daan dem ci seen meeting yi.
dama daan dem ci seen meeting.
doo daan nekk ci seen event yi jàppale leen doole leen. dooleel leen.
waaw with pride la.
gomloo leen ne yow ci ñoom nga bokk.
musuma leen a gomloo ne si ñoom laa bokk.
suñ jëloon nguur gi 2021 kat yi duñ la doon oo jox la contrat gi catering yi yëpp yow paaguloo woon say dëbës comme li ñoo dégg ne am na ñu paagoon seeni dëbës seeni bagage takkane suñ winee 2021 ñu dellu ñu branché talib branché ñoom kéemoo branché ñoom Loya Dabo ku nekk mu branché place yow tamit yow lañ doon jox catering bi.
wala ba tey bu talib bii noonu man maa koy wax fii ñëpp dégg ko bu talib bii noonu décembre soxlu ma benn place Gambia
joxluloo ñu jox la business yi catering bi ñu jox la lépp luñ kéeta state function yi ñu jox la contrat yow parewuloo.
wallahi doy na seka man dëkka suma dëkka tax may def
léegi kat yi lu tax nga bokk ak yéen musuma laa gees nga safee si ni nga ci safee nii
neex ma rek neex ma
déedéet waaye bii ni nga ci safee dafa jéggi dayoo
dafa neex dama am right pour taana ko moom ma taana yu dem si
déedéet moom taan na nga kay waaye ni nga ci safee laa wax cafka gi moo ëppa moo jéggi dayoo
lan la naka laa si safee
xoolal li nga sante si kaw de si suuf musulooy sante nii ni nga ñëw jàkkaarloog Pao sax ak dee nga emale ci microphone ak panka gi nga ko booleel tey
Pao na nii laa yaaga mel de waaw dafa nekk ne liggéey bi day jël suma time rek liggéey
léegi yaa ngi bokk UMC are you an executive member with the Seattle chapter national chapter
I am an executive member
of the Seattle chapter ban lan mooy sa rôle
man maay social secretary minister of ambiance waaw
jox nañ naar ci guuxam sow jox nañ la sa place fi nga mu ne moo tax nga def lu taaru lii fii
li ma def
kay waaw macha allah kon ñu ngi lay ndokkale ci position bi kat yi
thank you so much
lan mooy seen agenda surtout Seattle chapter
fi mu nekk nii kay like we are doing today ñu ngi raise force te li si jublu mooy ñu gunge taalibe Suda mu dem December taxaw nekk flag bearer unite taxaw élection bi win ko ñu gunge ko yóbbu ko State House loolu mooy suñu agenda
an yow am nga gom-gom jàkkaarloo Gambians yow am nga gom-gom ne talib dina win December
loolu laa gom de loolu laa yaakaar te loolu laa bëgg loolu lay ñaan
loolu nga bëgg ok ron political party du caaxaan kat yi gis nañ tey seen event bi suma opening bi rek maa ngi ko wax ne bi ngeen na indi fii naka bi talib di mujjee ñëw fii he was part of UDP te amin hall bi dañ ko feesaloon cat to cat tey yéen ngeen jël xaafi hall bi si yow sa gis-gis is do you consider seen event 2 months after being elected seen executive do you consider this event a success?
I do.
Why?
I do. Like you said, this is a young party. It's been here for like what, 7 months? In 7 months, ku si mun a register party nga oote ñi ñu ñëw uyu si la ni especially in the diaspora nga xam ne kenn amul taay wax dëgg neex yàlla ak situation bi fi mu toll nii ñëpp a ngee ngiroo ŋaaroo ñëpp a ngee xuloo di xeex ñii taana ñu ñun ñoo uyu si ñu oole ñu ñoo uyu si ñu bàyyi seen soxlaay xeebuñ ba moom we are very grateful for this wax dëgg neex yàlla xam naa ne ñu bari duñ doon expect yow sa bopp bi ngay ñëw fi expect loo woon ne di nga fee fekk
man kay mo dugal man da ngeen ma oo ma uyu si leen
yow bi ngay ñëw fii da nga expect on ni
man xam naa ne there's nothing impossible
waaye xoolal
léegi yow du yaa may laaj question man maa lay laaj tey man maay journaliste bi yow yaay ko fee liggéey
yow bi ngay ñëw fi expect on nga li
kadi ma laaj la lan nga bokk ak Kémo Bojang
Kémo maa bokk ak moom ndey ak baay waaw
yéen a bokk ndey ak baay yaa moom ku mag yaa ko mag agal nga ma fii ma doon jëm ne Kémo yaa tax nga saf si UNC Sapa
la neexee nga wax ko man naw ma dara du
li ñoo wax ne parti tribalisme parti mbokkanais parti nepotisme politique nepotisme ak mbokkanais moo nekk di xew Gambia ne looloo tax yow it nga saf si ci UMC te it bi moo nekk UDP loolu la woon su Kémo desoon UDP is it correct to say that you still have been in UDP?
All jokes aside, Kémo has been in UDP since we were like 14 years old, right? But there is not one member of UDP who is not a candidate for UDP. I'm not then don't correctly about that. But there is not one member of UDP who like Musa Wahne Mandamane on UDP. And like I said, I'm say how you very appreciate now and support better be nekani. Members of UDP are supporting me. Man how madara now malen what take neya. I'm just being serious. Dama gis mo def lolou mo buta def. Understand man ma gis no one ni ma top suma ne. It has nothing to do with him. Why bu doon ne kéemu sax moo tax ma def ko tamit am naa raay bi ndax man aw ma dara du suma lu suma bokka kéemu suma deret la.
Waaye man laaj la lii how does it feel as family kéemu yaa ngi woon UDP di Ba Ousseynou di wax ñoom kéemu ak ñoom Ibrahima di bala wax ne ñooñu la foog ne duñ génn UDP ñooñu seen génn moo ko métti wala loolu la foogu doon ñooñu génn fa ñu gis ruube gi lu nekk yàq nañ ko I mean the early days of ñoom Talib ak ñoom Kémo génn UDP was a tough one yow as a family member of Kémo naka la loolu fii loon yow ak seen family naka ngeen doon dundee loolu kuloo beeg of course yi doon wax ci ñoom ak
ñeew si xool ndax kenn du bëgg sa famille ñu koy kii di ko disrespect waa ñu koy saal waaye ñoom mi wax Kémo lu bon tamit dañuy wax lu leen neex rek xëy na dañ ko mere moo tax ñuy wax li ñoo wax waaye Kémo ku ko xam-xam fi mu jógee xam ne Kémo liñ koy waxal yëpp dañ koy sosal Kémo yarul Kémo am na yar moom parce que one thing loo xam ne Gambie bu ñu ñoo tax waxal te smart na UDP bu sañoon tey Kémo ñu seen biir ba tey waaye yàlla moo tagal ne dem nañ ko accepté te mu ko loolu moo gën a important.
Dr. Cissé minister of information taxawoon na ci political rally wax ñoom ne Talib ak ñim àndal ñoom MC Cham ñoom Ibrahima di bali ñoo liggéey ne Kémo amin jeexalut university 10 years ku ngee dem university loolu naka la ko Kémo dundee ak yéen
Kémo dundee wu ko ren dafa ree rek romba parce que xam na ne li mooy wax dëgg nekk he has nothing else to say about that moom Dr. Cissé ñu ko wax du moom titi Kémo la waaw moom na ñëw mu proof li mooy
waaye gaa yaa ngi wax ne Kémo paa bi moo si jàpp Talib daf ko doon bugg a jàmbu after election bi ba tax mu génn mu naka la ko doon bugg a jàmbu ba tax Kémo daw ñëw Seattle fii toog di liggéey ci restaurant te ñu ne sa restaurant bi la doon liggéey kat yi am na jamono ji fi Kémo nekkoon nag loo ñu mun a wax ci loolu
Kémo dafa ñëwoon ba kii sax ñoo dimbali bagam si restaurant bi
ñëw doon pour daaw ñeññe bi ko Talib ko fu mu bëggoon a génne
ban Talib moo ko doon bëgg
ne Talib daf ko doon bëgg a génne askan si
la mën nga liggéeyu ma KMC loolu mënu ma see am dara day ci Talib a ngi na de dama laaj
léegi yow loo am pour wax Baro fi mu toll nii jàkkaarloog Baro wax ak
Baro nag woo dëgg neex yàlla man Baro suma doom la ñëpp xam nañ ne man may yaay président waaye léegi dama nekkat ñaan suma doom bi la na wàcce doy na nekkat ñaari taam rek doy na soo demee ba nit ñi naan la wàccal na nga war a mën a am doom Gambie dañ jóg jël place jox ko ne ko ma neejal ñu suñu dëkk bi munu na bàyyi na wàcce keneen góor
yow daal na wàcce keneen na jippo kon président Barrow kadi yaa ko wax du man maa ko wax mu ne nga jippo waaw kon jërëjëf kadi ñu ngi lay bëggee waaw jërëjëf waaw suma jabara fi jaar rek ami sekka fi jaar rek ami sekka fi jaar suma jabar lekk su lekkee alam gërëmee ko coy jërëjëf maa ngi lay gërëm di la sant man maay journaliste bi tey man maa yore micro bi loolu la yàlla dogal du yow jërëjëf kadi ye daan ya tole itole siaro UMC ñaaton ko
Dylan UMC chair the
muntumale elect
what we started this thing 3 weeks ago so it's not been a long time so
congratulations
well thank you
how many members are in your chapter your executive
well the executive is about 12-14 people
yeah all live here in Seattle
pretty much yeah
more men or women or is it gender balance
it's more women
yeah okay you are in UDP
I was yeah
okay so you are the ones that cross covered to form Unite.
Well, we say cross cover well yeah but we correct.
What would be your take on folks who would say that you guys are the ones that disintegrated UDP?
Oh no, UDP still exists, so we didn't disintegrate anything. It's still an existing party, so it's still there.
The wish was to have one person. So when you guys left, no doubt you left with people.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
So is that not disintegration? Could there be a better word?
No, that's living. Disintegrating something means they don't exist. They still exist as a whole, right? We're left to form our own entity. So that's a whole.
So let's use the word divide then. You divided UDP.
No, I wouldn't say divide. We're left. UDP still exists.
But if it was once and family is now two, some of the family members they went to unite.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Families in divorces, right? Family, some members leave, but the family unit is still there. There is so a new family unit exists, right? You set up a new family unit, but the old family unit still exists. You left, but it's not disintegrated. The party still exists, right? UDP still exists. I mean, you still have people who believe in the cause, right? It's still there. So,
at what stage did you join UDP?
Well,
are you a 2016 UDP or 1996?
No, actually not even that far out. I would say 2020 UDP.
Okay.
I'm part of the Gambian activist group. I was always since '96. When I left the Gambia in '96, I've been part of the struggle against Yahya, right? But I have never belonged to any single political party in the Gambia until 2020, and I actually set out the reasons why I'm joining on Twitter. I was very active on Twitter, and I told everybody why I'm joining the UDP.
So why
some of the reasons that I gave was that Barrow was supposed to be there for 3 years, right? He kind of reneged on that promise, right? And that irritated me. It's like, okay, now we got to find a way to, get him through elections, right? That's the only legitimate way we could do it. And UDP then, to me, was the vehicle that, we could use to defeat him.
So you just joined UDP to get back?
Well, I'm a pragmatist.
Okay. UDP
in politics, I'm a pragmatist. And then looking through the list of parties, UDP is, to me, that's my calculation. Right. And I said that on Twitter. You can go to Twitter and you'll see my reasoning down there. I told them I'm a pragmatist. I want to win elections. Politics, to me, is about... I mean, I understand. No, not necessarily. You got to be a pragmatist and see what is the way forward. You know what I'm saying? And I joined them for a purpose, and that is to beat Barrow. And Barrow is still there. We couldn't do it in 2021.
So, what is your reaction to folks who would say that you are one of those folks who were just in UDP, Sinkiling, Konoto Sinkiling, but one leg in and one leg out?
I'm not an idiot.
You held the party to account. You put them on check.
I'm not an idiot. I'm in Unite today because I'm a pragmatist. I believe we could start something. This is hard. I think what we're doing here is not the easiest thing is to just sit and be part of the UDP and just, that's the easiest thing I can do. Starting anything, you are a businessman. You know what it means to start up anything. A startup is hard. It's grind.
Right.
So the easiest thing, the safest thing is to just say, I'm just going to stay within the UDP and just...
No, I'm saying within UDP that you were there, one leg in and one leg out when you were there. Occasionally, you put the party on check, or you had, let's say when things happen, and within UDP, you came out occasionally to actually set a stance that were not popular. Didn't that happen since you became part of UDP on Twitter?
I've always been, that's what I told you, I'm a pragmatist. I've never been an idealist. It's not, to me, a party, even Unite, if something happens in Unite, I will say it out loud and say, I wouldn't call it a cause. I wouldn't call
that's what some people label UDP, that it's a cause.
That's their belief. I don't believe they are a cause. I believe they are a political party. Most political parties, all political parties are set up to gain power. It's pretty much a power play, right? Every political party, no matter what anybody tells you, their end goal is to win power, is to get that political power. And without that, what is that? You can call it a charity or whatever, an NGO, whatever, but if you're a political party, your end goal is to gain political power. And if we don't have political power, all these lofty ambitions and manifestos don't mean much.
So what is your reaction to folks who say that okay, the UDP is Unite is gonna have a very strong hard time here in Seattle because this is the heart of UDP around the world.
I mean, I respect that's an opinion. Everybody has one, right? So we started out 3 weeks ago, and you saw what we did. This is the testament to 3 weeks of work. This is not 30 years or 2 years, 3 years. This is like from the setup 3 weeks ago. You can go and look at our timeline when we announced our executive on Facebook today. It's pretty much 2 to 3 weeks. And we were able to organize this. And it takes grind. And nobody told us it's going to be easy.
And you know that.
Oh, yeah, we are not.
So you call this a successful event?
Okay, we're not delusional. We know what we're getting into. 3 weeks planning anything of any magnitude takes a lot of work. And we are pretty happy.
You are happy with what happened yesterday?
We are actually happy with the turnout.
Okay.
It's
when UDP always organize, I have been fortunate to attend and cover all their events. They announce the numbers in real time. For full transparency, can you tell the Gambians how much money you guys raise here?
No, I don't know the number of money, the amount of money we raise.
How come? You are the president.
Well, you see, you found me cleaning tables. You want me to tell you numbers in real time. That's not even, you see, we're getting into who raised what money. You're dealing with a 30-year-old party, and you want to compare your 3-week-old system.
I'm not comparing, I'm asking you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you. I don't have the numbers to give you. We will eventually tell everybody.
Is it not best practice? You guys were part of UDP. You didn't learn that. You were part of the UDP. Some of the people, in your party, you are executive members, so and that is how they do it.
That's the thing with this whole thing. We try to compare who does what UDP do, what Unite does. There are good things that UDP do, and you emulate. There are other things that you don't want to do.
So is that accountability not one of the good things?
Well, we will account for everything that we do. I didn't say we won't tell people, but we don't have to jump and say, some of those is publicity. You want to publicize what you get. I get it. But you don't necessarily have to do that either.
Okay, for the sake of transparency and for the work we do, we would like to tell the world how much money Unite raised tonight.
I don't
if you
have
guys
the numbers.
Can get us the numbers.
We will give you the numbers. Yeah.
We love you guys.
We will actually write. We will write. Yes. We will be transparent with what we raise. It's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
It's not a secret.
So
people gave us money. You know what I'm saying? We'll tell people what we raise.
So what is your plan for the Seattle chapter? Can you tell
me? We just started. The idea is to sustain. Do the grind. Invite people. Talk to people and try to convince them to join us. That's our plan. To grow organically. Yeah.
What would be your take, your response to people who say Usman and all these people in the diaspora are opportunists? They see a potential in Talib, and that once he wins, to go back to Gambia to go and be giving a ministerial position or some other job.
First of all, I can't be a minister in the Gambia. I'm a dual national.
Okay.
I can't be a member of parliament. I'm a dual national.
Well, there are people who give up their nationality.
Well, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to be frank. I'm not giving up my nationality today.
So if Talib wins and calls you to go to Gambia to work with him in whatever capacity, you would not give up your American citizenship.
No,
some people try to do that.
Well, I'm not saying that some people. I'm not willing to do that.
You are not willing to
give
up your American nationality.
Well, I think they are asking us to do. I pay taxes like everybody else in that country. I'm a Gambian citizen. I am entitled to work in the Gambia. But if the country is telling me that what you're doing is not good enough until you give up another citizenship, when they know most of my life, my family lives in that country, I contribute immensely to the development of the country. If you don't think that's good enough, I have to give up a citizenship to do it. I'm not doing it.
You're not gonna do it.
No.
But otherwise, you would consider any position if it wasn't for the dual citizenship.
I don't really care for government jobs. No.
Okay.
I run a business here, and I would like to run a business anywhere else in the Gambia.
Dr. Mimi Cissé nuyu naa la noo def naka nga def yow xanaa doo dee mag nag Mimi bi ma la interview 10-15 years ago ba tey Mimi ni nga mel that's a compliment yaa ngi okay nana yow waa UMC lu la fi indi tey
I'm a journalist, so we just here make sure to cover show out the the Gambian people.
So da nga ñëw as a journalist.
As a journalist, yeah.
Bokkuloo UMC.
I'm not affiliated to any political party. I don't do politics. So I'm here to just support the cause and support Gambia. I think everyone is very important.
So the UDP di nga ñëw.
Everyone.
So la di nga ñëw APRC nga ñëw Mama Kandeh nga ñëw.
I'm
Gaab sax Moussa Bacine sax su la di nga ñëw.
No politician.
ñoom Keba Madi yëpp.
No politician.
Waa baax na.
Yeah, no politician. I am for Gambia. I'm Gambian now. I'm a journalist, and it's important that.
So naka nga gisee the political arena? Yes, you don't do politics, but we are all political beings. Now, what is your take on Gambia and how it is going? I mean, politically.
Honestly, because when it comes to journalism, it's very important. We follow the protocol when it's the diligence of journalism. We have to make sure that there's accountability when things are being shared in the media. We also have to verify the sources. So that's also an issue for me when it comes to following the game in politics. Because I don't really know what is true. So I'm not really asking for as I'm supposed to because I feel like there's something always missing. So I am not following up with the
journalist nga kay yow loolu sa liggéey la di Mimi.
That's what I'm saying. I don't get the clear source. The money I'm clear source. So I don't really
It's your responsibility to go after those clear sources to make sure that you inform the public.
But I have to make sure I have the clear sources. Meaning,
So you're all talking
people
about
have to do the due diligence. It's always misinformation.
So develop Gambian politics.
I love Gambia. I love my Gambian people. But when it comes to politics, I feel very misinformed. Because I don't
So you're on a platform, but what do you do on your platform? Besides politics, and that's okay. Everybody has a platform. You also platform. Be what your focus.
My platform is to promote mental illness, the importance of healing, the importance of coming together, and also to unpack our childhood trauma in order for us to function as great adults for the generation after us and the generation after
So you have to make a say borom ñaari jabari. So ko waxut ma wax ko nga de Mimi yow yaay xeex borom ñaari jabari yow yaay xeex polygamie ñaar ñetti jabari nga juddu fekk sa papa yeeg sa maam yeeg sa nijaay yeeg sa maamaati maam yëpp di am ñaar ñetti jabar yow nga ne yaa koo xeex.
Well, because ñu ngi seen jamono ak léegi du benn daan boobu noonu jigéen ñi amuñoon doole comme ñun léegi suñu daan ñu amee doole so ñooñu noonu jigéen yooyu noonu amuñoon choice to am polygamy because they were not as informed, they were not as independent as us. Waaye ñun suñu jamono right now du dee du mun a dem.
fu ndox daa taa soo fa demee fekk fa tooy tooy.
ma ne lu doon doxal ci maam yi léegi góor yi am nga capacity
waaye jigéen ñi
am nga emotional intelligence pour amee mu dem benn jabar.
Jigéen ñi ñoo ëpp góor ñi si àdduna bi.
No, that's actually misinformed. There are 4 billion men and 3.9 billion women all over the world.
Since when?
Since 2026.
Since 2026.
Yes.
And this is verified. I'll go and fact check
You
it.
can go and fact check it. I'm a journalist.
Jigéen góor ñi ñoo ëpp jigéen ñi fi nekk nii.
Góor yi ëpp jigéen ñi.
Fi nekk nii.
Yes, 4 billion men and 3.9 billion.
Léegi yow ban problème nga am ak ñaari jabar?
Ben problem ak ñaari jabar. The only problem I have is xale yu dee juddoo si dysfunctional family dynamic yooyu noonu. Su gaa yi magee ñoom ñoo dee create them for the women they work with energy. Because ñu ngi gis the injustice. Because remember polygamy. So ku ko practice ak xale bu si juddu du benn. Xale baa ngi juddu mu ngi gis yaayam a ngi jooy. For example, the first wife. Xale baa ngi juddu mu ngi gis papa ma ngeen naxara xool yaayam because ko noonu jigéen. Xale boobu noonu su magee dafa am the resentment towards the father. But dafa also hold that grudge towards the mother subconsciously because she keeps calling you down helpless. You know, mu ngi gis yaayam a ngi jooy mu si dara. So su magee with that.
Antoy, sumo bari, Unite Movement for Change. Ukendo pelanata, una kaira kuo pelanata. Bidi futa KMC, Kirwa baba KMC. ben sudalanati ay tunna molu se wondi ay do kunyi make KMC banko molu la de lale banko molu ye kanune kano bata mintole kano bata la respe kano bata mintole kano bata la respe kuna kano bata mintole alimma koy kano bata la respe yedinni malu se wondi yeke ba malu se wondi yekondin keru se wondi marseto musol se wondi kuna birina ta KMC yedo kunyi marke KMC talib nintangala mi casino katung ila kano ben na miroto barpen kilinda male yendi misa dunia talib nin kanu mujiya dimbe panka sole dilela kano bota mintole kano bota la este kano bota mintole kano bota la este kuna kano bota mintole alimma koy kano bota la este United Movement for Change Al-Numbara Atolle Tamati Unite 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 Let's go Unite United Movement for Change Apele Pensuda Natale Apele Kaira Mole Mu Apele Pensuda Natale Apele Titi Mansal Apele Pensuda Natale Apele Kaira Mole Mu Apele Pensuda Natale Apele Titi Mansal Sanjani Kanyi Bekoma Tombon Sedi Bekoma Muna Karafa Sonko Bekoma Ibrahim Madiba Bekoma Ongullo Pi Bekoma Alaji Janyi Bekoma Kemo Bojan Bekoma Yaya Mintun Sanyam Bekoma Wali Jiniyo Bekoma MC Cham Bekoma Nena Freda Gomis Bekoma Aisatu Bayo Fali Bekoma Jalwude Jamme Bekoma Malen Janyi Bekoma Malik Soule Bekoma Alaji Sidi Afofona Bekoma Matikanyi Bekoma Khadija Tunjai Bekoma Inus Aidara Bekoma Nana Maketa Bekoma Yusfa Sabali Bekoma Musa Sedi Bekoma Bakari Bensuda Bekoma Sidi Bensuda Bekoma Kano bota mintole Kano bota la respe Kano bota mintole Kano bota la respe Kuna kano bota mintole Alimma koy kano bota la respe Kasasi zemani mori Bekoma Pasar Bekoma Modmar Bekoma Ongul Set Bekoma Masoule Bekoma Pala Mindara me Bekoma Droba Pullo Bekoma Makam Soule Bekoma Bakar Keta Bekoma Alaji Njai Bekoma Sirman Kuyade Bekoma Ibrahim Sise Bekoma Alaji Kamara Bekoma Mambay Sar Bekoma Asis Pensuda Bekoma Kambiyan Kolu Bekoma Nantroy
All of you know him. He's been around here, and he's a patriot. And when we talk about deep love for country, we should also be talking about actions, not words. I must remind everyone, true patriotism is not about going back and forth. It's rolling up your sleeves, taking actions, and do what is necessary to alleviate the life and livelihood of your compatriots. Building a stronger future requires collective effort. This man Since he was 16 years old, he was in politics. He was not selfish. He's a true patriot. He's very content with what he has. And he put a good fight. And Ibrahima, thank you, and thank you to your family for your stand and for years of service to Gambia. We owe you a debt of gratitude. And without due delay, it's my honor to welcome Mr. Ibrahima Diba to the podium and give few words of remarks to the community. Thank you.
Be ala tentula subhanahu wa ta'ala fengo fen nota alale ya notindi fengo fen keta no alale ya tinna keta atele manso di min jata ka tentu min jata ka nimbara atentula Kenya bela ba nimbara membe nyimbe ngoche akan Mr. Sariam Marong ba kontondir kere anala muso Geneva kabanang all the way from Vancouver kana kama be nyimbe ngot Sariam ye kuma kangol men fo ntelema ayen jusola ala tentuala momo ye fengo fem bara ya bare fangole ye fengo fenke ibe konti bolala bari banku kano manke chaka not moy man feng soto min tambite la banko tonya wato dolu I am a politician by profession. Then I politically choose as a career. For the rest of my life, I devote myself for Gambia. 30 years today. In 1996, I joined a political party called United Democratic Party. Wallahi, Allah be said yaringal. Wulu hani yeman sakundata. Going to Crab Island, grade 7. It's a film of deal until Makamo. Because I had a high school, I had a junior school certificate from Atembul. So I have a high school. What a more baby son than you call, Naban call a canoe dorong wole and woolly. All I'm telling you. Not on the woolly to the being Safako is Safako, I'll be Feninola. But in Uncle D. Fenjamalela, Kabri Wolum. I can tell you, young Ofale. Kafoko bal mbe dameng nimbota je baba job nyol kafo be fendila na utumo Gambia mi yalon ka senna fa nole. I remember ala nyabadi adobata ben lamoy kan e koy ben sambala Paris ngoy ko hani ndemandu nyin kol kono kafo ko albe fenne dilanna kanolem dorong pour kake o de sariya maron abaraka bake for that wonderful introduction. Mbe nterima kontonna men yalon ko ayentera jidda mbe do ko la Gambian consulate Imam Musa Kaba anin delegate sol nata be sirim be on to jan jidda mbe borim na tilobe kandiring akonye Ibrahima foyta manke diplomate oti bang ibe nyim borim min naten ngaga wal mbadi ngakuma kilim foye a qualified teacher, mimbe teaching at Sarangai, or a qualified teacher, mimbe teaching at Jinoi in Jara, umo keme, teacher sol, and in soldier role, milbelon tiloko na niela jo kafunyoma, e kante jo minajang as a diplomat, wala siyata voltat. Or the new one selo tilokono, itala borim wala, or in defana makani madina tema. Waranto jidda ni makate manyante borim kala na hakolem Imam Musa Kaba nge tentu nge jayi ila na jam fana diata ne bak nge lon ne siyadul kono jang sanyi muang anin fen koma ngel katara kanyum kolbe topoto nge tentu anin zanu ni yalon ko wala in the Christian prayers fana ko lead nge fana konton Mbe executive members will be content na. Milbe Unite Movement for Change. Albe inside okono jang. Alko. Alfana Unite lege. Kalfang sutiandi wala. Puralni Unite do koke. Ngamitin follow min kumandi. Mr. Usman Sise. Anata nang. Anala mol mume. Ngaken na salo lekon. Kabri nga tombondi roke. Na executive committee nyim form. Kabri wolunem. Nga batino nyim hand over. Lord Mayor yung kumandi. Akonye Ibrahim ang konnam. Akonye yesi atu chapter fanong form le nkay ko ha nga form le. Nkay ko nga Usman Sise. Wolem president. Another executive member ngal be tentu. Moto fo koliyata. But ngal be jayi. Ngal nimbar. I can tell you for free. This is a very successful event. Ning event o ning. Kafu jamata akeda no nyin sade kon. Allah hard work and Allah dedication. Wala tina nyin keda. Ninge kontong. Nga executive members will be kontong soko musol mil be bije. Mbitangol be bengoto. Ninge etol kumandi horomola woti. Animbunya. O bitangolu. Wala nyaton ko. Nsafo ko. Wala msidi kinte kundat. Ba konton na bak. Ba jayila. Bita yaman ke chakanoti. Ba kemo Sise ini dokol be. Atelier mo min din tela wala na kunda noti. Ala be sede yarin wala. To have such a wonderful woman. Membe ko aja jena ba singate. Ma tentula. Ba jayila. Ba nimbarala. Abe bara wo barala. Abake ka afole. Of course, Karabe Funula Nyawata Minna. I made it very clear. I love politics. Political the other day. But what a call by the other, no problem, man. But sometimes Ibrahim, guy go, just calm down because I told you that I love politics, man. Let's go ahead. But anyway, Kajena Tentu Kanimbara. Medwala Kudantana Simaya Aninjade Kende Mba Fole Fana Alama Ale Barakoke Idingoluto Alama Ale Barakoke Idingoluto Alama Ale Jo Dunia Anilake Molie Kuba Lekijam Nimbemoto Ngamolje Kodo donate Dola Wuli Luli Yake envelope kon Inata Yadi Eko Ibrahima Nindi Talibla Anala Patio Ali Alfa Makoya Ngamolje ye dola wuli nani ke envelope kono ya dinna e ko adi talibla nge be di Usman Kantela ngamolje dola wuli kinon di e ko ala kala patioto kabrimbe nyim patio formula mamira nun to nyaadi ale kombe fudala no jak mbe mbama mimbe sirin santo anti ndey drame ba konton atele be drame kunda e jang Mama do Kabringa party form October 5th movement Ntada Mfudala Jewata Mena 2 days Jimale Anyadon Kaya the future president of the Gambia Talib Ahmed Bensouda Nadiamo be Watin Nintal Kabimbe Siatul Lekono Ndenada Janen Kamba Nima Musutembulu Wato Dintembulu. Madamande menno pour kalona society ye. Kalona community ye. Ngandango ke wotole. Mo yedango ke no kokuto. Mo ya fa inimbara. Mo ma fa inimbara. Ndengalo ndenga menke nyinsari okono ja. Ndene tan kunji mila jam. Mbe Muhammad Basamba ka Egypt nga taye karangi alalong. Taye karangi alalong ni alon fa esa silala. Esa da yemru na nyisiade kono jam. Esa tama jam, you can raise your head up. Inendo sila ka wal mfama ejulu jawal do nyimbanko kanja mfama ejulu jawal do nyisiadu kono ja nganyole la kabiro wado fobi ale enso ngamen soto mamela ka ko men ku jimla nyisade kono ja molmi yamela ka ko wal takela no nta nona no ndenyi nyong bankela no nyisiadul ngoy ko hani o mankanteti al bajala ka ko wal mbenyi bengo kala janne anu nyimbengo bitala nyamale maka ka modo ya maka ka mo sobor maka ka mol jutindi mola But because of the love of the country, going back a bit, my family friends, modol bijan fonse konton, coming up anti-day drama. Atele be sirin drama, kunda be jam. Talib bama mu drama ladi, ami drama ya ulu. Ami drama fa, aninde drama, ani hadi drama. Wole den the battling fatilin. Odoning ami be suda dawoda, anti-day drama be jele, anti drama nge konton drama kunda be toyal. Jawara kunda, niajen kanyim befo. Bengoning, asababo momenti. Anyaton ko momenti. Of course, asanjo se doya mol don nyako de sabo ko dindi wolam. Asbari, atelem alfa di miyan ka atelem nyimbe ko commande, atelem fodam nyimbe ko sababo di mol jikita telefon na ka president di o dala ko may na doya la ko may na kala ko di miyan tamel dindi la. Talib afama Ahmed Ben Souda. Na non ni jawra ya wulu. Kabo kunta wuru. Almame jawra di wolom. Wala nan kile jawra bijang. Anala musiya nyawanya. Atele be nyadon ke ya jani kineti jang kine bijang ne anado kolu. Ngal fana be konton jawra kunda to yal. Kana dung kacha kono a very special family friend. Kine Job anim Bungay consultant to ngal jay ngal nimbara bak. The brother of the night, Yaya Jamme, the good Yaya Jamme, and Bintu Jamme, Ngal Kontong, Ngal Tentu, Ngal Jayi. These two people, ndaka business all katakana, Nina de Yawato Wadi, Ikaita Nina Kafoko, well, Ntel, Natalib Kanule. But Bila Naita Naja Kako, Tonya, Ikamin for Idato, all be son Nomokono, or Yaya and Bintu. Mafala leko alimbara ala baraka bake niwa baraje mbalo dabo afango manay moki adam diba waliman mbe kontonna mbalo to yala mbafala mbalo ya baraka ala bunya e mol sile kabri nga kumandi nkay ko lafta ila invitation card wonati la ko hani amanjari wala kumandiro damma kanyantamma oto kam mbalo tentu ani adam be kalnimbara Janke Jallo and Mr. Jamme, Mbal fanan kontonna, Mbal tentula, Mbal nimbara. Janke, afane ya itani na kwa Talib Kanule, woto wokano ay wala itandi, wala tina nga fanan ke the sister of the night tea, nga tentu, nga jayi, Allah janna adiyata nyabake, andi hadi Job, all the way from Vancouver, tenyinale fanana, be tentula, be jayla. Usman Sise, the president again, Mori Bolong, eko Sise wole tamu lambaiti, omu nakare wole di bole tamu lambaiti, bari butung ngabula wanyama. Nga mol milbebe maberi, mo trofo koleata. Bari ngankuro keje yang, famara jifa demba. Famara mo sobelem, momo yalong, ajiko be nyameng, momo yala sobe yalong, mobe yalong tinon la, mobe yalong ni tonya la famara nge konton bake honorable Musa Njado ani Samba Balde albe konton ndela diamoto jamfala be alfa bafula ke single out ke tentu ke jayi etelmo advice solati nyin kafo kono dobi je natale a start nyola onkul Sadio Fanta Bojang ka bobiri kama onkul Sadio Fanta be tentula be jayila. He is a politician and also a technocrat. Akada party leader to the GDC be Kanaka Kafu Unite Movement for Change. Journalist Ol Mil Bebe Yimbe Moto Jang Albe Tentu Albe Jayi Nakeba Flanyon Uncle Tumani Marina be Konto Nabake Mjaju Mr. Jata Mr. Kolinyol Nalbe Tentu Nal Jayi Nal Nimbara Nadino Esa Silla Tentu Meko Kudo Idabije. Anyway, Intera Diamo Bek Bekala Tenturolti Aninjairo. But in other manding for Naninkafo Loto no Nyadile. Munefanan Keta Dol Yalone, Dol Malong, Dol Safoko, Jamfantungal Maluti. Kumo Besefo, Bari Allah Ta'ala de Atelemu Jongo Jong, Atelemu Isedoti, and Atelepana Belonding. kolula almamo dole be duwa kan Atlanta ako talib yako Musa jenne fon yafo akaye ko talib nata nun ibe nyim palaso nyi kan ko dan ko doron il fa le president wodamma damma ibani ka wodamma damalla ala ma ikana so talib ko amin aya fo bake ako amin nda ko talib nga ko je nyi duwa fo e ko amin ako nyi yes ay menfo ako nata nun mbani kan kumole odon kana so ko amin biko mantra nyi kan kumoy ala yalon mbeni kuma dol sen kanna mantra sen kanka modo doya barkatol wakilin ni ka fol ko al bulada momen noma ay be momen noma al kanana sanjoji be de bar mo fobe wolem anda wulitale fanan ay juso soto ko sa gambia falin nole anda be gambia falin nole wala ya wulini tenga wo sede yale ala be sede yale wala. Back then in 2017 Talib have an intention. Akala Lola as an MP, a parliamentarian. Bari, atama de janabe na England, ye selection ka koma, ye madi si se tombon. Kabla nata, ako bismillah, bari ye madi tombon. Nde de lafa duna politiko ko ada yen so fero dale. Ndele ka kuma ni ka a visionary leader. Ako ada yen so fero dale. Ani londo mi yalon kon sa kenole. But I'm a businessman. But in level for kadun political for ankon. Ninda parliament is a part-time job. Inside in a business okay no. Ikai ko deputy ya e danne. Atata ameda ha akoden medenga ka council oti ko two word. Ngado mani ngomenno ngake na moli kadun so wala keno. But kabringa atata ni moli sida. Modo bije ndem si yalla kutubo turi almani mani ka farkala kutubo mani. Ani alkali konte ya jibe ikaye ko itela kuwo be nyamen ila londo be dandi ndamen ila ideas be dandi nyamen ila fero be dandi nyamen ndol ko yeta yeke mayoti yeke kanifi municipal council la mayoti akoy boy akoy uncle but yamlo sembo mo rande be ka ko no you can do it but tonya Talib can do it. Talib tata ayala application dundi water menna United Democratic Party jani me continent ko ke Demba Balde me konton na inila muso Aissatou mo to fo ko yadale inyanta folo la mella jama ni to fo sel do me kana nyina walla Demba ni Aissatou ngal tentu ngal nimbara ali discount mi Talib nata molle tala primary Talib mu kekende balem political kono anata la tewosi the primary 1 year akata house to house kadum molu kan wallahi ay primary win atara koyo set tara koyo fer atara first round the primary imol mil the primary ye mon nani the market the second round by the time he began the third round I be bude to become a candidate moli america for opposition I saw on a silver platter no I adoku atarola 1 good year about doku kam but kabra kada mayo fananti ay doku kendele ke kanifi municipal council funding ke o fele min sobe yata mo fele min kuluta mo fele min daji kata mo fele min yalon ko ya kulu kuke bakele abuka mo malundi abuka mo do ya bar ke kendol fanam mat kabra nata United Democratic Party as a mayor I KMC la revenue to 111 million because of our four sides I had a revenue increase from 111 million to almost 430 million. And with all that, about killing they can both left and right. Because more be a shooter ko nying mumo ni yana ka ala sakala president one of the more president yana ngani ay. But guess what? Na fa Talib yele ndaka wallahi ibe kaja fika ne doron makamo mimbe bulu londo mimbe bulu nafulo mimbe bulu ale sembo min kalbele billahi nabe Ibrahima di balbula will do the same thing without a doubt. So why would not he do it? Modoli aje ka faka wal akoronto tale saina nata but you for Obama fanaye not only Obama but hani ala rakila sallallahu alaihi wasallam ni wala faye ba ko sayna nata ay mamol tara dino min dara fambo dino bari because of ala sobeya ala tilmo ala kulwo ala famajiyo wala na dunia be rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam talib abe wala nyama nte personally nga fayele nka ko wallahi ninka mo kanulam aninka mo bunya aninka la fi mola I love His Excellency Lawyer Ousainou Darboe by far hani bi mba kanurin hani bi ala ko be son no ko but toñamu minti ko banko me banko boni la nyami I believe strongly ka ko talib sa Gambia bonni nole abe nyimol min bulu ana na ya bondi bulu aba fidani la dame abe kale banko be nyaato tale son tata fo be suutero ke ko toña nyandale nga falindiro ke mo jama lafta walla bari fonnin ke be kafo ko ne be siari mo be la ita nyori kan bar kabrim be ba nyori kan ila banda ka suude ka fo ko nin continue de bidaka nyama with the press minna talibe be butelal ita de yuto no ke nsafo dol fon ka fo ko mbe nga fofan wala fi de talibe asoro but nde as Ibrahima di banko wote kala jak wo ka banko fondi mola mimbe ko talib I am not going to accept that ndata eco party primary of course keba imbentol be nyarum falem mo ni fa buka nyobori oke mo ni fa buka nyobori oke kabri na don ka fuka tonya ni betenna te baylano ngay ko talib ko be dalinte isa jibe say ibe minkela bar kuja malla keda 50 diro malla fay chocho wulindi anu nafa fanan tal ngay ko but nte as Ibrahima Diba I am ready ni tuta ibe damen I am with you but ni la fatala fanan you have my support akonyeko boy Allahu Akbar which means if you support me that will give me strength and confidence and see that of course momo malong nsafa boy B unite movement for change ndele nga design ndele nga silo walang ndele nga fa be kere nyaadile ntata nga lo ngomole ko albe sabari la de baral be hormo so la de baral be bunya so la de kadun kam mem moy ntulola Gambia e ka fanyel ko so len jele talib man dina le sane carte na le talib ta ndebe carte fayla le ni dara basse e ko la moy ni dara kiyang e ko la moy ni dara jara e ko la moy it's only a fool that will ignore that and choose something that is different from that. I will not do that. Nga talib lonne 2019 kabri mbot na Saudi Arabia nada mba korosila mba jibela bari ngam moleje me yalan ka fakon sonta ko ndel mi yalan ko we are all young politicians atele mbeno mo left atele than anybody. When the young girl saw him, said, boy, this guy is so handsome. I love this guy. Well, I don't know what kind of Ndeman kuno wodo. Anu son defanan ko. Ala yewo deke. Ndada na mala bungo kono kotu. Ngai min foje wol ngai alo nede. Ngai ko mayor. Kuma killing ko moy. That was in 2019. Ngai ko niye woke B. Ibe fantinyala ko nyamuna woti. Ngai ko if you want to contest against His Excellency Lawyer Ousainou Darboe for 2021 election. Akonya boy, I'm not even thinking about that. Billahi after the series. Ngai ko banda. Ndena re yamari walla de. But so long o table, ngai ko you have a future. But in that for 2026 fana. My friend. Mon la tell la banko kande. Ngalbe launching jela ngaminga Gambia. Anyone ne masoro in the history of the Gambia. Talib jannam si adult. Ina da janna nyina sanyi nani. Ibina kanjam. Si adun kol fele ifele. Bunya molu fele mo sobe ol fele mol fele miyele banko kanu mol fele miye fan kanu odo nga si adun kol karafela si adun kol fana nga Talib karafalla ala senyo muta. Our party is a young party, but wallahi, B, Gambia, ni manke number 1 ti, mun number 2 let. Mantara number 3. Either we are number 1 or we are number 2. And one thing that I can assure you today, right now, by September, end of September, Unite will be the most powerful party in the history of the Gambia. Nobody can stop it. Sakabaya Fojani. Talib ya program on Milandi. Ninga be no mangaka nyama. December 4th. Nika will. Iba for the will be suda. And inshallah, what a baila. Oto nga kumo suti andi. Kal wakilindi kanyim patio nyin ka support. Kal wakilindi nyim patio nyin katara koma. Na patio be jamen bi. Pati jama balle man futa noje. Iba fala ko abe register dale. Ata register la ndada IEC na quality. Allahu Akbar. Bari patio nyin register dale. Me atene mana fi patio nyin register telle yalo. But must stop no. Milka movement no. Movement has changed from a movement to a political party. And I am the national president of Unite. Mafoko Molman Sientide Sanjola. But in France, I no ko. Man politicians, the Gambia, me bango kanun definitely. I can tell you that. Nimpati be national president of Bondi Unity ata Bondi mbenga senga nsafa ko moma ka ko sacrifice ta Gambia sacrifice ta mina moti je mi sacrifice ta le mbek mo fola bi ay senia ndela moti kabrin kadum political ko as national president din tembulu wala niem fa iba fa ko Ibrahima diba be yeman na lenu mo mota fa ko dingo babula bal doli bi je wala di wala so do certificate so do ye tengo be so do ye motoli so do ye tengo be so do jani ka party leader wala intention to become a president to enrich themselves, but I am not. What do I buy? What I sacrifice? None of them sacrificed that. What do I motor the bulu? Them from Bonica. Yeah, I 7 times. Then Baba Daniel said, that asylum interview Lumina. The asylum officer couldn't go, no. A young guy like you, Mamira, but because of love of the country, what I think a B, Mfanam Balanta, Kesobe Fida Nyaonya, because this young man, I will support you. And now, I am telling you, Unite is strong and powerful. Thank you, Lord Mayor, for your visionary leadership. Anyway, Mr. Saria Marong, Kumo Jamfada, Mamol Tentu, Mamol Jayi, me follow drum. Be Tala, California, LA tomorrow. Be Bola LA on the 18th. Be Tala, New York. Nimboda New York. Lord Mayor Bemruna. Then Bida Bankuta Mola. Mol Milbeka Foko. They are popular West Coast and KMC, but Imam popular in URA. This young man is popular everywhere. Everywhere. Call your family and your friends and support him. Adam Baro, Nakumala Bangombe Folae, Sanjita Maralo Kanyantal. Sanjita Maralo Akanyantal. Sanjita Maralo Akanyantal. Nimaralo Tamida Sanjita Mala. Akomo Bukanyina. Akalaba Yandalela. Ibe Karana Modul Lade. Mili Saba Maraloto. Unfortunately, Kailaba Jawre Banko Maral Sanjit Tansaba. Amaralo Mankum Faku. ay maralo ke janne aman kun faku wo bode je miya sita noto o fanan ka be sanji fulala kala jang ata mi da sanji fulola ata da sanji mu wadi fula ala maralo man kun faku o de fanan hakilotu ni maralo ta mi sanji tamola sembo ngafa talibiye ngaga wallahi ni na the president yar after 2 terms ni manji wallahi I will not support you. I am a Democrat and I believe in democracy. Order President Adam Barrow ila fudo pak itale ya fo ko momi be dafa nam bondila itale fana siade wodi wolam jemaati wolam ami ben suda dimoti wolam kayra ba jawra mamadi Salih Ahmed ben suda ala baraka thank you
Antoy sumo bari United Movement for Change Ukendo pelanata Muna kaira kuo pelanata Bidi fuda KMC Yirwa baba KMC Jimale wo yirwa nati Talib len sudala nati Ay tunna molu se wondi Ay do kunyi maka KMC Banko molu la de lale Banko molu ye kanule Kano bata mintole Kano bata la respe Kano bata mintole Kano bata la respe Una kano bata mintole Alima koi kano bata la respe Yedini malu se wondi Yekeba malu se wondi Yekondin keru se wondi Marsete musor se wondi Una birina da KMC Yedo kunyi marke KMC Talib Nintangalam di casino Katung ilakano ben na miroto Barpenkilin damale yendi misa dunia Talib nin kanu mujia dimbe panka sole di lela Kano bata mintole Kano bata la respe Kano bata mintole Kano bata la respe Una kano bata mintole Alima koi kano bata la respe United Movement for Change Alumbara Atolle tamati Unite Let's go Unite United Movement for Change Apele Pensuda natale apele Kaira mole mu apele Pensuda natale apele Dindi mansal apele Pensuda natale apele Mura kaira mole mu apele Pensuda natale apele Dindi mansal Sanjani kanyi bekoma Tombon sedi bekoma Muna karafa sonko bekoma Ibrahim Madiba bekoma Ongullo pi bekoma Aladi Janyi bekoma Kemo Boyan bekoma Yaya Mentun Sanyam bekoma Wali Jiniyo bekoma MC Cham bekoma Nena Fredo Gomis bekoma Aisa Tubayo Fali bekoma Jalwude Jamme bekoma Malen Janyi bekoma Malik Soule bekoma Alaji Sidi Afafona bekoma Madikanyi bekoma Khadija Tunjai bekoma Inus Aidara bekoma Nana Maketa bekoma Yusfa Sabali bekoma Musa Sedi bekoma Bakari Bensuda bekoma Sidi Bensuda bekoma Kano bata mintole Kano bata la respe Kano bata mintole Kano bata la respe Una kano bata mintole Alima koi kano bata la respe Kasasi semani
And contributions. I'd like to also acknowledge Uncle Sergio Fantaboya. It's a pleasure to have you within our midst. And of course, our wonderful brother of the night, Ibrahim says, the good Yaya Jamme and his wife Bintu. We thank you for coming. Of course, the sister of the night, Janke Jang, Thank you for your support and contributions. Uncle, my brother Lailo, him and his wife are the couple of the night. Thank you for your support. Mr. Ablailo has been supporting the movement from the day it was announced. He was one of the first to contribute back in October. So I have to acknowledge that and thank him for his kind support. Of course, my dear mother of the night, who is also my mother, Mbalo Dabo, who came to my house and adopted me as her son. She called me that she has to go for Umrah. She couldn't be here, but we thank her for the representation and we thank her for the donation through our good auntie. I know it is very late, but I just have to say a few words about Unite as a political party and our dear country, the Gambia, which is hurting at the moment. Unite has come to rescue the Gambia. We have built a political party based on principles. Principles we believe are missing in governance in the Gambia. The first is patriotism. Pour nga banko kanu, buka suñu réew, is something that is missing in Gambian politics. When you come to America, the first thing you notice is this is a country that loves itself. These are citizens that love their country. From the way they treat their environment, to their citizens, to everything they do. It's not perfect, but you know they love their country. Every day in Gambia, this is something that we see missing. And that's why the first word in Unite is Unite for Nation. The second word in Unite is integrity. This is a key ingredient missing in Gambian politics. Pour nga toña fo ñoye, ñu wax dëgg jubal. If we do everything with truth, in governance, in public office, no matter what department, I think nation building will be easier. Unite wants to bring integrity in Gambia government. The third is transformation. Unite for transformation. If Gambia is to end poverty, if Gambia is to uplift its people, we must be ambitious in our agenda. Our grandparents were born in poverty, parents are born in poverty, people are in poverty, their children are born in poverty. I think that should end, and Unite will end that. That's why we say Unite for transformation. They say system change, prunga miro falling. We change our mindset, new way halat. It's very important if we are to develop our country. The last word is equality. We must close the gap between rich and poor. We must end regionalism. We must end division on religion. We must end tribalism. Gambia is the smallest country in mainland Africa. 3 million people. I think that's smaller than Washington State. It's smaller than Seattle. If we divide ourselves in that small nation, how can we ever develop? So that's why we said equality is very important. Ngasi fatam fanso bula nyubeno. So that is very important for nation building. We must see ourselves as Gambians first. So just so you know, this is what forms Unite. Unite for nation, integrity, transformation, and equality. We have built a political party in the shortest possible time. And like Ibrahima said, I second that and I approve that. By September, inshallah, we will be the biggest political party in the Gambia. And by December 5th, inshallah, we will win these elections. We do not just brag about it, we've done the work. And even while we are here, people are doing the work on the ground. We will structure in 54 constituencies, 8 regions, 120 wards, and 1,900 villages across the length and breadth of the Gambia. In a short few months, we have done a youth congress, women congress, national congress, constituency congress, ward congresses, regional congresses. We have selected leaders of every background, of every gender, of every age. Unite Today is the face of the Gambia. It represents a nation yearning for development, a nation hungry for prosperity. But to prosper, number one, we must build an economy of opportunity. Too many Gambians leave home because opportunities are limited. Our objective is to make migration a choice, not a necessity. Unite will create jobs through private sector growth, support small and medium-sized businesses, modernize agriculture, fisheries, and tourism, invest in technology and digital economy, people with marketable skills. Economic success should be measured by improvements in people's daily lives. Every Gambian should believe they can build a successful future at home in the Gambia. The diaspora, our greatest development partner, or as we like to say, the 8th region of the Gambia. You are now the biggest contributor to the Gambian economy. Last year, the diaspora sent back home $1 billion. Can you imagine? The diaspora sent back home last year $1 billion. And I dare say the people of Seattle are one of the biggest, or if not the biggest contributor among the diaspora. This contributes 30% of our gross domestic product, bigger than tourism, agriculture, services. However, more must be done to make sure the diaspora feel like they're included in Gambia's future. Number one, making investment in the Gambia easier and more secure. Number two, draw expertise from the diaspora professionals abroad. Number four, strengthen diaspora participation in national development, including voting in all elections and having representation in the House of Parliament. We don't see the diaspora as people who left. We see you as an indispensable part of the Gambia's future. Sometimes, like I'm staying at Ibrahim Adiba's house and I've visited many of you, I think to myself, why do these people, as comfortable as their life is, still worry and wonder about Gambia? A lot of them have naturalized, they have families here, they have lives here. But that speaks to the kind of people you are. As much as you have prospered, you haven't forgotten the people you left behind. And we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. If not for you, Gambia would not exist today. I dare say that. The other item which Gambia is suffering from the most is competent leadership and good governance. I always say, Adama Barrow is not governing Gambia, he's drifting. Every day he goes into office, he just makes it up. There's no plan. They just ask each other, what can we do today so people can say we are working? It is evident. Take, for example, the NAWEC crisis we are facing. When President Barrow came into office, true, Gambia always had a power crisis. But there was no plan for the future. It was only short-term measures, political expediency. They signed a contract with Senelec. They relied on the pending OMVG project, which is the dam electricity, which comes from Guinea. They shut off all local generators and depended solely on outsourced or imported power. A country with no energy security. The first global crisis, which is the Strait of Hormuz, Senegal has to take care of their own. Guinea and other countries have to take care of their own. Gambia has no power. If you were in Gambia recently, you will be horrified. People stay 24 hours without electricity. And this crisis hit at the worst possible time, at the Eid holidays, where poor Gambians had saved up their salaries 1 by 6, had taken loans and bought rams. But just in 24 hours, all the mutton in their freezers got rotten. Young tailors who solely depend on the business during the Eid had zero income during that period. The economic damage that NAWEC has caused is far and wide. And for many, they will not recover until the rest of the year. So this is all because of poor governance and incompetent leadership and lack of planning. Now, what are they doing again? There's no solution. They have gone to Senegal back for a more expensive source of energy. That will cause them a loss of $5 million over a 2-month period. Yesterday, I saw the president, I think 2 days before, he said, Dangote has come into Gambia. Dangote said he will donate or he will invest $2 billion for 250 megawatt plant. I said to Ibrahima, I think it's better for Dangote to announce that, than the president to announce that. How can you announce an investment on behalf of the investor? What we know is all political gimmicks. We are facing a very serious crisis in the Gambia because of lack of governance. The same goes for our security. Today, Gambia has no military. All military services have been outsourced to Senegal, including the president's personal protection. And every day, there's a serious crime. Every week, there's a murder. I think the murder rate in Gambia and Chicago is almost similar now. But at least Chicago has an excuse. They have guns. At least they can say it's the illegal guns around. Because we know to kill with a gun is easy. But in Gambia, it's all stabbings and using blunt instruments. The ministers come on television and say, you know, our murder rate is not bad. If you really look at it, it's the same rate as the Jammeh era. No sympathy. No press release to assure people. No plan to show people how they are going to reduce the murder rate. Then to saying Gambia has no governance. There's nobody governing the country. They wake up and they just make it up. And their whole focus is how do we win the next election. Unite will focus on merit-based appointments, a professional civil service, digital government, transparency and accountability, strong independent institutions. But we will not compromise the security of the Gambia. There's a controversial topic going on in the country about the death penalty. There's people debating it very seriously. Some people did not even know that the death penalty exists in our laws. It's just not enforced. I am never an advocate of the death penalty, but recently I'm starting to think about it like all Gambians, especially with the last murder that happened, where a youth was killed in Latrikunda, German, and the culprit was openly seen in public insulting the family and bystanders after having been accused of murdering somebody in cold blood. I know this is a sensitive debate. There's pros and cons. But the reason people are thinking about it, because they believe that they are not safe. And they believe the government is not present to secure their lives and their property. Unite will seriously look at the death penalty as an option. But what is most important is ensuring that the police are well equipped. There is mental health services for people, and there's economic empowerment for the disenfranchised. I think part and the major issue facing most Gambians who conduct these crimes surround social services and quality of life issues. This election is about more than changing the government. It's about changing the culture of governance and unlocking the full potential of our nation. By end of this month, we will unveil the country plan that Unite has for the country, for the Gambia. And I was asked in an interview in Atlanta, a young guy, I think his name is Sisoho, from the flea market that the Sarahulis sell at. And he said, Talib, if we elect you and you end your 2 terms, like Ibrahima has so strongly said, what would you like to be remembered for? I told him, I would like to be remembered for the president who ended poverty in the Gambia and the president who ushered Gambia into modernity and prosperity. I am a student of Lee Kuan Yew. Those who are old enough or who are studious in political science might have heard of his name. Lee Kuan Yew in the 60s became the Prime Minister of Singapore. Singapore gained independence same era as the Gambia. During that era, they had the same poverty level. They were as poor as Gambia. Gambia wasn't richer or Singapore wasn't richer. In the same era, they faced tribal divisions. They had Indians, Chinese, and Malay. They all spoke different languages and would not cooperate with each other, and there was distrust. Singapore had no natural resources. They did not even have clean drinking water. Lee Kuan Yew, with a firm hand and a vision, turned Singapore into one of the most developed countries in the world in less than 30 years. I think this is possible for Gambia. We just have to believe in ourselves. And that belief starts from leadership. And that is leadership we intend to bring. To end my statement, Seattle has become a home for me. This is my 4th consecutive year. People have second homes in other countries. For me, I have a room in Seattle, in Ibrahim Adiba's house. But it is a place I have been coming to and I love every day more and more. Every day I discover new things. Today, for the first time, I touched the Pacific Ocean. But the Atlantic Ocean is better, I'm sorry to say.
I said I choose politics as a career. So this is my career. So I have to take it very seriously. So when I done that, I love it. I'm going to I'm not doing this for the motor company, for the motor Tony or whatever. But this is what I'm a strong belief.
Barina bausenu tita leteleto ako nite UDP bula wala bate dimin biri Mamadou Sabali bota UDP few days later ala fourth interview ala ma nemar len ka barkela na Fat Samba wala interview I have hold anindula ko tangol
Tell you the truth. Them man poli and table na balu kono. But I'm telling you, I'm only doing this because of the love of the country. I am not doing this to hold the old man. I wish he came and say, I think you lawyer, but I came and but the exam mole, I can't eat the mole. So what
we kono le anisa ifata mbita purka lawyer da bo mansa ya ngani ya lawyer da boy anisa ya ngani ya ele
wallahi ni asasuru
ya ngani ya ele alikati
wallahi I love this man. I love him.
Muna na ima no ma woto because ibe facing between choice full and lawyer da bo wala Bausen wala Talib.
I'm not facing two choice.
Ibe wolto ko biribe UDP biribe bola UDP
nyaje bola UDP I believe ka ko Talib wole be mol gagne no kan samba ma ko Talib be kan lawyer da ma ba ko I believe ko banko mol be la Talib that believe and concept more no
Talibi sedo fo ite janko yamin itele katonya fae na ya ki kuika fae na ma ki kuika fae inane iye nyimfo ba useniele ilota wolo si otimpa yolo la ke ba useniele
yalo ba useniele mu fale alfa pale for man so ndena kudo le kachani modo tali for reveal but I don't reveal those things because I'm a trained diplomat. Something that I discussed with Bausman, I will not reveal that to the public.
So ika for Bauseniele. So but I just want to make sure nying kumome ya foja itene ne ofuta ni Bausen so ke UDP ko le wolon mol ka nyim fal tole UDP le nalta ta banko murubu ika fale wolto ko na le Talib tombom ba kato fala
hey alina to ka bi Talib yes I said
bari non comme bari mol ka fale no UDP le walto mel ka banko murubu wato le mol ka fale na le because here Johnson le mention wato le mol ka fale so UDP ko le balance donc ima sonka mi Talib tambindi
to my belief yes
okay
and political Talib man na ngapalu mo man na ngapalu kan teror ko sa jaidi yalo to be fewu ko la dala so lado hani bi December Talib baro boyla
ide o la ni mitole
bankola ko be dalin dame mul passe de barola ay ko mo la mi yan ka se banko sa man mo be be jël la bi so ni ke wala be be jël la ko lay wala la bi
katambi Bausen ani fonsi Bausen tambana mutuma ni ka Bausen la ka jaado
akimba ala barol
ani Bausen be nyola okay sañ alla be ngobi ali ake jak ale ko do nanga mole jelle do ku jang nal na tanu jang UDP tola transparency and accountability ini Talibe wala fo jang al lafta mo ne fala Gambia no le bi memba jibila ale ko do nanga mo jelle sara because nal na ta jang UDP ka announce yake boro bala ka ko nanga ma wala soto wuli keme wuli tanse wuli tek sa to wuli jelle bonni jam
any good practice then I mean kana UDP I will emphasize okay. Yes. Any good thing that I learned from UDP, I will exercise it.
Okay.
So the treasury team any of control, even for the follow. Jani mol be janjan,
mol janjan tale for the record. But alka wala kenu jani mol be janjan ale alka fo. So I mean, so the status quo was different.
Yes.
The process was different.
Because mean the people learn can. So the treasury team be okay. So UDP can one the front are they are counting. So never have a get on your own. What the follow?
Alka kodo go dito. Unite.
From the support. Well, nada ka possible so no. Amone na ni mo.
Gambia nata karidantang ali structure lo mewe afojane ali structure mello at every level from village level ward level regional level kata national level ali nyilbe lo kodole ngotide motol santani nyimpaji ningol mel ali sorofan kodole nyimbeti
ya be interview da career kanja ko interview ko
wala ka ne be sifulane
on le ka fo mo aldo nando to mal pasala wo mo isiata dol mo banque dol mo sénégal dol mo businessman on dol mo tamanal dol mo femol wala yele bulo ka fo may kadi mo la tam fasa pour aken wala na mbate ga
al kawale fo baro mol kawale fo baro mat ko businessman also o businessman ko mel kal fasa contrat ko
mo businessman on dama ko sénégal en tamanal ani businessman they are all citizens of the country
di côté la mais alors ko pour nal vinta le contrat ko dila
yalla de ko banque ni se contrat ko so for transparency and for procurement
avec quel awol alia yenyem be ngoji nyaadi dila last ma jang in 2025 through UDP of course jam fatale e ko bi alia ko lola half the takan and of course some of us were live and the comments that some of the people are saying
we get it for 200 alhamdulillah 20 table by 10 alhamdulillah table will be father so we meet our target yes because yana dunia koku ibaka ko dina no wulu bi pharmacy sembo ndam but alhamdulillah ngamin target mo so our target we meet our target
nyanjola dan kilo kudo manza kunda ya mwele yemu nefanya nyanjola dan kilo kudo ya la mwele
misi senu kamol karandu abe mo karandu la be kan
tonyale bari ko ako wulol lemu Dr. Cisse Wolf indi tay kay nende role ke ay abulata masala la abulata alfa la le minister
ni ko wulo daji ko wulo daji ko mun
ko be wuli a folla ay wole
ke wuli ala
ibe wuli ala fo ida son dawol
because e kami fo mo man suda e call yourself democrat two time mandal rabida tata mo da wuli ala ko support dali for two time den dadan ko mbasa ba tu tatam uliya nole
nye sonole on record biriba foka ngaputo ngoloje tap ko ibrahima be nyine foka
ni wosida
mfamole ba
ni wosida appelé den yako nye wulo that's not an issue
so moma e fem fo ay bota ko mo bare abla e boda ko le jam wax waxet
no I serious politicians should not say that
abara kay ibrahima ngalo watu tebulu ndeni be sikula le nyinin kar jamale benda nyinin ka jamale benda me nyinin kala menna bara ka ba ke xale ñonga siatul multiple times ko he ñenen ci yoon I remember the annual Yokena raise over $45,000 after you dig a Romon Nalulusa under UDP. Multiple times Nanyuatri. September last year, still under UDP. Tenganyo under Unite. You differentiate Nunyari Jota Island Moy Utebi.
This is Bosla. So definitely we're in Dorla. So the passion is more and content be ak fulfillment be ak the fact ne ñu ngi door political movement it just short 6 months léegi party in 8 months ñu am lii tey am na political party yu nga xam ne ñu fi ay ati amuñ benn diaspora structure so ñu in 8 months rek ñi ngi am Seattle chapter ñu mun a oote meeting nit ñi ñëw alhamdulilah mashallah musuta am
lan mooy secret bi
dañ genuine rek kon na ñaar la benn bi Gambien yi ñu ngi waaj pour changes bëgg nañ changes Ibrahima di ba wax na ko président bu def ñaar mandat doy na wàccal nga abale président Barrow bañuñ ko wante luñ bëgg rek mooy mu def lu gën si moom gën si réew mi seen legacy am bëgg nañ mu toog Gambie enjoy fa nekk former président wante foog mu def lu responsible mooy ñaar mandat mu am foofu mu indi tout temps limit
3 years la waxoon de mu ñëw mu neex mu continuer ñeneen ñi yëpp including sa maam toog na 30 years sa daw talib wax nga ko gis nañ ko ñu ko am on record ñun journalist yi so talib du yasul yàlla defoon nga win doo toog more than 2 times
man as a mayor mun naa dem 3 times wante man dama announce ne 2 times rek laay def ba pare loolu laay def munoon naa noppi ma mandu ji su fekkoon ne mbiri demut suma yoon ma ne xaaral ma utaan ñetti mandat wante man dama announce
why you are going for the highest
dama
office.
gëm two terms.
You are going for the highest office.
loolu ma miin comme tey am na ñu bari dañ cee not su fekkee ne ñi ngay dem beneen place yàlla def amuñ ko dañoo dellu utaat mayoral wante soo gisee man ma announce ko jeexal na si mayoral
So ñaanuñ ko yàlla waaye su tali bii nu toon ñaanuñ ko de doo delluwaat taxaw mayor te pare nga si mayor pare nga si mayor ok loolu pour leeral la rek
man ma ngi koo def in practice so man two-term presidency is one of the first things lu ma indi biir Gambia
léegi Talib ñëw nga Seattle fii xaalis bi ngeen rees fii nii mun nga ñëw wax ñaata la da ngeen daan announce su ngeen ñëwee fii ci UDP
waaw wante xam nga UDP ni ñu ko daan defee mooy ne dañ ko dee tali dañ dee def comme pledges ñun bi mooy first time ñu ñëw dañ ñëw waxtaan si wante mun naa la balaa ma dugg si hall bi jox nañu over $10,000 in donation balaa ñu ñëw fii
ci li ngeen form ci less than 2 months
waaw non ma ne dis démba ak tey si biir démba am na ñu jox $10,000 balaa tey bis so xamaanguma ñaata la yëwee wante loolu mun naa la
fan la Talib di jëlee xaalis bouton yu ndaw yi ngeen defar ni Talib machine maa yi ni ko gaay di waxee moto baay gi pick up trucks yi and everywhere fan la Talib ak United di jëlee xaalis
waaw so United wax dëgg dooree xam nga man even UDP am one of the chief fundraisers man fundraising mun naa ko trop so buñ dooree United dem naa family friends well wishers suma networks yi and wax leen si lu ma nekka suma jubluwaay lan laa gis pour réew mi and political party buñ bugg a form so foofu la initial support bi ñëwee wante comme am nañ ne loolu mënut a continuer moo tax United ñu ngi ko bugg a spread li ñu moomal ko seen boppa bugg a si invest and loolu moo tax ñu ñëw fi tam jaay United wax luy problème Gambia wax luy si solution won nit ñi diaspora bi ne bugg nañ seen investment ak bokk si United so this is part of that fundraising.
waaye lan nga am ñuy tontu ñuy wax ne United party family la Bensouda Dramé family ñoo ko moom.
non loolu waxit la rek man Bensouda la am naa ne am one of the founders moo tax ñuy wax loolu and I am the face am the flag bearer and the party leader wante ku nekk si loo yëngu sa njaboot nañ si jàppale suñ la gomee kañ il faut ne lu am fayda la and man yàlla def na ne wax dëgg am na ay njaboot yu barke ñu tey and suñ ko supporté why not dam si dee kontaan trop parce que daf ma dee won ne si lu ma nekk lu jub la wante parti ñëpp la Ibrahima Diba wax na fi ne moom sax moo United so United parti nit ñi la
naka sa relationship ak Bawsen
is cordial ñëpp gis nañ bu ma tasee moom benn dëj mooy papi Ibrahima Diba bu mu gaañoo ma nuyu ko ñeneen ñi jaaxal sax suñ papa la dañu bokkut gis-gis rek am taagoo daf dee am even papa bu jur doom biological doom su demee ba mag doom bi mun naa jël on rawtam so waaw dañ taagoo moom si gis-gis
dang dee wax ak Bawsen
non duñ dee wax nag pour wax la dëgg wante fuñ dajee jaama ak teraanga rek moo man
waa UDP dang dee wax ak waa UDP
waaw ñu bari
naka foofu
bari naa fa ay friend bari naa fa ñu ma dee against man nag aw ma noonu waaw bari naa fa xarit bari naa ñu ma dee saboté kon de politique si la bokk
lan nga tontu ñuy wax ne Talib jiisuma lu soosee di wax jiisuma moo faalaana ne yëfi kàkkatar dang dee mantadi foofu danga noppi tey waaye dang dee dem di ruube si suuf am say soldat ak say bay faal si suuf
man melu ko noonu
ñu ne danga am ñu laa xeexal si suuf yow yaa leen di alifin pour ñoom ñu
man
dem
gëmu ma yëfi xeex man dama gëm yëfi jaay so ku ma mun di xeexal moom si gis-gisam la maa xeexal wante man lu ma dee wax kuy wax si suma tur kuy wax si turi United waxal si yar ak teegin an bul attaque kenn dafa ne ñun saa ñi nga développe code of conduct luñ bugg a mooy dañ ko bugg a teg si loi si sarta ku saaga wala nga def lu àndul ak suñu sarta dañ la expel ñu suspend la wala ñu distance suñu bopp
waaye loolu du ngeen daaxaat ni ci seen parti
wante am na nit ñu nga xam ne jar na daaxa sa parti waaw parce que du nit yëpp moo baax si parti parce que parti su fekkee ne yokkute nga wut sa réew bugguloo ñu nga xam ne tam dañoo nekk di tooñ nit ñi di gaañ nit ñi parce que ñun lu ñoo oote mooy bennoo lu ñoo oote mooy yokkute ak yirwaa kon bugguñ ku nga xam ne dafa def opposite of that
ñuy wax ne da nga doon use UDP as a platform pour jóg get to this level ñëw nga forcé jéem a dégg soose sax forcé pour dégg soose because you wanna belong because it's open secret na ñu bari dañ wax ne ok UDP soose yi ñoo fa ëppa even though there is no evidence to back this ne parti soose la and like but dañ daan dégg Salib su demee si jotaay UDP sax dina forcé laaka soose
wante tey laaga naa soose ba pare nekkuma UDP tey dégguloo ma laaga soose
déedéet laakuloo soose tuuti nga ñam
waaw so basically ñu dee waloo la ñoo tooñ rek man suma yaay soose la suma maam naanoon ni njawara soose la ku jur suma papa suma yaay ku jur papa ku ko jur papa ak yaayam yëpp soose lañ so yàlla def na ne judduma si environnement bu ñoo laaka soose an bëggoon naa koo dégga ana sanga wante nit tam doo dee contrôle koo juddoo ak naka nga yaroo wante dem naa ba mag ma gis ne lii laaka la bu nga xam ne is very important in Gambia man time bi maa ngi jàng pol waaw mu tànguma maa ngi jàng pol waaw wante jabari pol la wante fulay tam nañ bari and laaka bu nga xam ne la dafa important man suma sañoon bëgg naa laaka Gambie yëpp wante lu am solo os ndax kii lii la laaka la lu amul njëriñ léegi as far as wax na nga mun a dégg lu moo wax loolu moo war a important wante daal laaka na suma laaka laaku suma laaka loolu war ta in Gambian politics
MC Dim la introduce wax na tuuti si sa carrière ne part-time DJ nga woon waxal Gambien si loolu loolu fan la woon Canada la wala Gambia
Canada la DJ la woon
DJ naka lan mooy woon sa DJ name lan mooy woon sa DJ name
amoo woon DJ name nag wante amoon naa rap name parce que dam naan rap
ok
waaw wante bu ma doon rap ma am tour boobu laa use bu ma DJ
yow lan mooy woon rap name bi
danga bëgg ma wax waaw suma rap name bi T8 la
T8 waaw lan la T8 nii lan la T8 nii
ma bàyyi
lii dinañ ci waxaat Gambien bi future président Talib Bensouda na ko mu ne moom naka T8 mooy woon rap nii ma bi ak DJ nii ma bi finally Talib ma laaj la rek wan na si président Adama Barrow fii loolu fan nga jëlee information bi what is your response to ñuy wax ne Talib bi moo wax is not substantiated si ak allegation teg accusation bi nga joxe fii si président Adama Barrow ne gars yi dañ dee tób rek amuñ agenda dañ dee ñëw rek make up something on the spot
lu ma am la
fan mooy sa source si
non ñun we have insiders all in State House
bu tax ëllëg ñu faxas yi nekk State House
man de Gambia dafa tuuti ba pare public office la kenn warta ragal kenn warta nuba dara ñun lu ñoo wax gaay rek nañ teg dëkk bi si yoon wante lu gën a important président Adama Barrow na step down si patem sax mu taxawal kooku is fine wante moom 3 years la waxoon mu am 5 mu def 10 doy na ba pare moom reform président la
coalition fan la Talib toll si coalition
ñun coalition fi ñu ko teg mooy foog ñu bokk a gis-gis bokk a xalaat bokk a luñ gëm ñun teguñ ne dañu war a bokk a coalition rek pour génne Adama Barrow non waxtu yooyu romb na jamono boobu romb na 2016 soo ma waxee ne nañ bokk a coalition rek ñu indi démocratie naa nangu moo tax man 2016 du ma ko musa regret and du ma musa taxaw fenn ma ne président Barrow warut woon a ñëw nekk président non loolu moom du ma ko nangu parce que tey mu mën a bon nu mu tuuti am nañ démocratie so réforme yi mu waroon a indi pour institutionnaliser démocratie yooyu moo des gannaaw wante kon nga tey am nañ suñ bopp war nañoo xalaat lu ñu def ak ban changes lañ bugga wante boo ko change bu nga xam ne ëllëg du yàgg dafa tasaat ñu nekkaat si coono ñun bokkuñ si.
ñu gis PPP démb ak UDP.
waaw
comme niñ tëggee
loolu seen right la. loolu moom problème nekku ci parti yëpp.
yow ñan nga nekk di waxal.
ñun ñëpp ñi ngay wax ak ñëpp. wante lu ma wax rek am su fekkee ne yaa ngi bokk ak coalition bu nga xam ne yéen ñëpp ñi ngeen fa toog di waxtaan yi fi Gambia teg naa ne war na ñëw moytu tam ay groupings yooyu bi ko dafa jafe-jafe loo process bi.
so UDP ñu ne ñoom liit wala duñ bokk coalition buñ liit.
waaw
ñoom duñ bokk.
waaw
yow naka nga gisee loolu.
man ànduma ci man kañ nu ma ko gisee ina ñun ñëpp ñu ñëw pour soxla Gambia wala ku nekk nga dem sa parti rek
to yow yéen foogu leen ne pour génnee Barrow coalition warta taxaw jos
non coalition warta taxaw jos pour génnee Barrow coalition dafa war a taxaw pour wecci réew
so yow su coalition amee ñu tànn keneen yow di nga support ko nga bàyyi
comme nu ma ko wax suñu bokkee gom-gom ak kooku parce que man tey du ma wax tur wante am na ñu nga xam ne tey bokk naa gis-gis ak ñoom bokk naa gom-gom ak ñoom bokk naa xalaat suñu leen tànnoon du ma ci am problème dam leen di jàppale parce que xam naa ne ñooñu ceen gis buñ bëgg nañ ko indi
Essa Fall
non du ma wax tur
ndax gaay dooyi la ndax gaay dooyi la
ara ñu bàyyagum rek waxtu bi su jotee ñëpp nañ xam
waaye Talib du mayen pour jiital keneen yow nga nekk running mate
non man mayen
nga nekk running mate
comme nu ma wax su fekkee ne nit kooku noonu man lu ma bëgg a def moom daf koo def man lu ma xalaat na ko man lu ma gëm na ko why not ñun gisuñ ne ñun rek ñoo war a non ñun gisuñ ne ñun luñ gis mais boss Gambia tey su tekki woon dem kanam progress wallahi man du ma nekk politique am na business I rather do something else parce que naa xam ne dëkk bi mu ngi si good hands tey président Barrow su nekkoon a very good président mu indi reforms jubal dëkk bi di yóbbu dëkk bi mu abalee keneen ñëw di def dar liggéey waay waru ñoo xeexante wala toppa place lu ñu war a toppa mooy réew mi dem kanama moo tax Ibrahima Diba mi ne am na imam bu ñaan Atlanta mi ne meilleur président su fekkee ne yow place mooy tax ngay ut président yàlla bul ko am ma ne ko amin
nga wax
amin la
d'accord joñu sa 2 points naka lan mooy nekk sa first two priorities so jël
cost of living number 1 cost of living waaw dafa garaaw trop ñaareel bi mooy constitutional reform waaw reform si président Barrow waroon na indi 2017 yooyu nañ ko indi mooy constitutional reform commission bi mu indi constitution bu es security sector reform civil sector reform yooyu yëpp dañ ko indi it's very important
yow daal wàññi dundu gi
ak governance
constitutional reform jërëjëf kon mbokk yi yéen a ko dégga Mayor Talib Bensouda Seattle fii nii gars yi def nañ fi event dégg ngeen kaddu yi fi gaaral kaddu yi fi Ibrahima Diba gaaral ak waa UDP ak waa Unite ni lañ koy defee rek waa UDP ñëw nañ fi ñu teewee seen event bi yeneen political party yi tamit ku fi ñëw Seattle fii rek inshallah dinañ def suñu kéemtalaay kàttan pour ñëw teewee leen am cover seen event bi follow leen Gambian Talents TV ñu ngi leen a bëggee di leen gërëm leen sant Pa Ousmane Diouf nekkal leen ci gannaaw microphone bi Aji Fatou Diouf Fatima Diouf nekkal leen ci gannaaw caméra bi ba beneen jamono jërë ngeen jëf mbokk yi ñooy déglu ñu seetaan fu ci waaye nekk ci ñeneen ci ñu àdduna ñu ngi leen a bëggee di leen gërëm di leen sant ñu ngi fii ci Everett tey nag muy Friday fukki fan ci weeri July 2026 ñi nga xam ne nag ñoo oote tey mooy UMC réere wuñ mbir ne gannaaw bi nga xamee ne Talib Bensouda di mayor of Kanifing ay weer ci gannaaw beru na ànd ak ay ñoñam ñu jógee ci United Democratic Party ci Gambia ne dañoo créer seen own parti bopp maanaam movement bu ñu ooyee UMC ñu gis rek semaine ak genn wàll ci gannaaw IEC di Independent Electoral Commission nangul leen li nga xam ne mooy seen parti registration bi Talib nag jógee ci loolu dugg ci biir dëkk bi di too yàlla def nag mu nekk Amérique fi mu nekk nii ci weekend bu passé mu ngi woon fële ci Atlanta te mu ñëw fii ci Seattle ñëw pour teewee li nga xam ne branch bu mu form fii ñoo ko organisal something li nag man jaaxalul ma ndax bi ma ñëwee fii tey daf ma fàttali last year daaw October wala November benn ci weer yooyu la fi United Democratic Party ci benn béréb biñ nekk nii defoon li nga xam ne mooy woon seen grand fundraising bi nga xam ne àndoon nañoo kàngaami parti bi ñu àndoon lawyer Ousainou Darboe jiite parti bi ñëw ànd ak ki nga xam ne mooy Bemba Tambadou suñ papa ànd ak ki nga xam ne mooy chairman Landing Sané mu LRR ànd ak ki nga xam ne mooy woon Lamine Sané ki nga xam ne moo jiite woon OIC ak yeneen kàngam including Mayor Talib Bensouda ñu ngi ñëwoon fii pour represent United Democratic Party fii dafa feesoon ba ku ko sànni mbatt mu toj ñu rees fi xaalis bu set wecc tey Talib Bensouda ñëw on his own mu fàttali ma ay 4-5 years ci gannaaw Talib ñëwoon na fii seen United Democratic Party ci turi United Democratic Party ñu defee woon ko ca hôtel ba mu reesoon foofu tamit xaalis bu bari su ma fàttale ko and don't quote me on this foog naa reesoon na lu ëpp $45,000 ci jamono jooju turu United Democratic Party waaye nag jamono jooju United Democratic Party la doon ñëwal tey Talib ñëw fii pour UMC muy parti bu bees bi nga xam ne set up na ko kon duñ def dara doon ñu dugg ci biir askan bi rek gis nañ fi suñ collègue journaliste yi dinañ waxtaan ak ñoom gis nañ fi parti members yi dinañ dem waxtaan ak ñoom ak well wishers yi biñ egsee yàggul noonu nag dinañ dem rek waxtaan ak ñi nga xam ne ñoo fi nekk tey seet ñoom seen taxawaay ndax members yi UMC lañ wala de ñoo uy si waa UMC rek soo bu leen wax dara ngeen topp ma rek ma ànd ak gars yi maa la bëgg a interview nga jàkkaarloo suma gars yi yaa seetaan si Gambian Talents.
ok no problem nuyu naa
si ban fànn ban maxaama nga taxawee fii da nga ñëw as a member of UMC party wala da nga ñëw as a journalist or a presenter?
That's a good question. United invited me the same way they invited every media personality. I mean, obviously, I run a podcast called Dialectic Space Podcast. So they invited me to come. I'm not a member of Unite. I'm not a member of any political party, to be honest. I used to be a sympathizer to PDOIS and also at some point UDP as well, but I'm not a member. So I just came to really cover the event, just like most journalists. Honestly, I'm not a journalist. I don't consider myself a journalist. I'm a podcaster, but people like to categorize me as a journalist as well. So small bit of a highlight. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm